Now, for more on the situation in Mozambique, I'm joined by Estacio Valoi, who's a Mozambican journalist and joins us now. Estacio, thank you so much for the time. Appreciate it for joining us here on Newsroom. Let's talk about the impact of this border closing, especially then on Mozambicans as well, and how that has fared right now. Estacio, I'm not sure if you can hear me. I was just wondering if you could just shed some light on the impact of this border closing.
Thank you very much for this invitation to all the people which are here now with us. As you were saying, the San Garcia border is still closed, and not only San Garcia, but also in other parts of Mozambique is still closed. There's no access to different places. Many roadblocks, either in Maputo, in Nampula, in Gaza province, in Cabo Delgado. So the demonstration or all these protests are still going in the entire country. In some place with a high dimension, in some place with low dimension. Example, if we look to Pemba City during the last 5 days, was no demonstration. The protesters were having their activities in somewhere else, in a place such called Metuj, which is about, if I'm not wrong, 36 or 40 kilometers from the main city. In Maputo, as I said before, the border side is still closed. The people which are traveling for South Africa to Mozambique are using alternative ways. And this morning, after the last live, which was held by the Mozambican president candidate, Venancio Mondlane, where he appealed to the people, or he told the people to allow those businesswomen to buy goods in South Africa so they could transport into Mozambique. They called to Mukerista, and that this will happen. It means that the people did listen to his message. And in different points, such as Maputo, we can see that as well, that the toll gates, nobody's paying, let's say, the daily tax, which usually happen. The people are just moving up. And Venancio also called these people to close all the mining concessions because, until 15 January, because they're not contribute with any income for the count. We could see some companies such as Kenmar, and there's another one where the protests end up taking control of these companies, where end up in negotiation between the protesters and the mining company. But even though the security issue for the multinational investing in Mozambique is a high sensitive issue. And from the other side, we could see, example, south in Boan only bomb, if I'm not wrong, where some Rwandese soldiers were being chased away by the Mozambican protesters. So the situation is still tense. And I'm aware also that was a meeting which was held in the morning around 10 o'clock by the outgoing Mozambican president, News, where high figures of a part took place. Were part of this meeting in order to analyze what is happening in the country. This ongoing electoral crisis. I don't know exactly what came from this meeting. The point is that we somehow were still waiting for the Constitutional Council, though Venancio Mondlane told his supporters that on the 15th January, he will take power as a Mozambican president. He did not say how he will do it, but he told the people to prepare themselves, that they can buy new tires, they can buy new suits, so they can be prepared for this big party, which will be held on the 15 January 2025.
It really is a broad-based issue here, and obviously based on the election, as we've just seen it. You're also hearing reports, however, of a shortage of things like food, fuel, should this border closure as well continue. How much of that is currently being felt?
No, this is a fact. That's why I did mention that Venancio Mondlane told his supporters to allow those businesswomen, called the muqueristas, so they could go, as usual, buy goods in South Africa and bring the goods to Mozambique. And this took place from the morning until 12 o'clock. I could even see some footages on it. But in other places, we see that Mozambican people, the majority, rely on a daily basis on a small business and not in high, let's say, standard commerce or trade. So these people are really trying to survive, but is a fact that things are missing or are start to missing in Mozambique. The point is the people are no longer really looking to what is missing, but the people are more focused on the justice, on the electoral justice. If they will stay 2 or 3 more days without eating, they are not exactly worried about it. And we could see in some places, example, where the people are even sharing food. The point is, yes, there's a lack of some goods in Mozambique, but the people will not give up with this demonstration until the electoral justice is brought, is solved. If we look to the social and economic situation of the Mozambican people, all these 50, mainly 30 years, have been suffering and suffering and suffering. So if they are going to wait 3, 4 more days or months compared with 30 years, the people already say that we'll keep going with this protest, with this demonstration until the electoral justice is restored.
Estacio, appreciate the time. Thank you so much for that comprehensive reporting, really, on the very difficult situation out of Mozambique. The Estacio Valoi, a Mozambican journalist, helping us to get a clear sense of what is happening and the latest with regards to the border closing, as well then as the latest out of Mozambique.